Hey everybody, welcome back. So, I have this I had this question when I was doing the unicycle video which you guys watched, right? And the question was, how do we actually learn? Like the video was targeted towards learning something in the summer, but how do we actually learn? How do we read something or look at something and it goes through from our eyes to our brain, and how do we cement that into our memories? Like, what is the scientific aspect of that? Anyways, I can't answer that because I'm not a scientist or a physiologist or a psychologist, whichever ologist does that. But I was thinking of the question, how do we learn? And try to go back to the foundation, kind of the basic level of how we learn. And so I'll kind of spill my thoughts about that later in this video. Let's go. Alright, so we don't absorb information like a computer. We're not a sponge. We don't take information, we don't read an entire book, and after we read it, we've memorized every word and know every concept. We forget things, right? And so I was thinking about it, and I think learning is making mistakes, but it's kind of more than that. The whole quote, learning is making mistakes, there's more to that because you can make a mistake and then not identify it and just keep going. Like I could play my piano piece when I'm practicing and I make a wrong note and I'm like, I'll just keep going. I'll keep going and keep recording or not recording, practicing. But that's just glancing over my mistakes and not truly identifying it. So if we're going to learn something completely and we want to learn it uh, the correct way, whether it's a skill or a learning a different subject in school, whatever it is, you have to make the mistake. First of all, you make the mistake, but second of all, you need to identify what the mistake was. And then I'll just speed right through it. The third thing is to actually go and find a way to correct what you did wrong. And so here's a little example of that. I play tennis, and here's me serving. And so I can go down the line on the tee right here, and that's great. But what if I want to go to the other side, to go out wide when I serve? What I can do is use my follow through to aim where I want the ball to go. There's so many other different things I can do, but I was just focusing on that in this particular scenario. And so I made the mistake. I kept going down the tee. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to change my follow through. And to change that follow through, I kept going. And now I'm making it through the middle and then to the area that I want to hit, which is that pyramid. And so I identified, okay, I'm not making it to the correct spot. So I need to adjust. What am I going to do? I'm going to try to swing towards the little pyramid, or if it keeps landing in the middle of the service box, then I keep adjusting and keep adjusting. And so that's kind of like the basic foundation of learning.
Yeah! Yeah! Hey! Let's go! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Cool. That was the splash you wanted.
I did it. Yes.
Sometimes it's easy to forget about just this basic concept. It took me a while to think about it. What is the basic fundamentals of how we learn? We don't learn if we glance over our mistakes, and so we have to identify it and try to correct it. So this is the cornerstone of learning by yourself. You have to understand that, okay, people aren't going to correct you. You're not going to have a teacher or a mentor right next to you who's going to, oh, this is the right way to do it and you're doing it wrong. But you have to identify it yourself. So learning by yourself kind of puts the responsibility on you, and then you have to go and find a way around your mishaps and mistakes. So you guys have been doing this either actively or, if not, subconsciously, whether it's playing a video game, like any video game, honestly, like Clash Royale, Clash of Clans, to Valorant, PC games, League, Rocket League, and of course, Super Mario Brothers. And all of these games is that you improve. Oh, I'm Mario, and so I didn't make this jump in time because I jumped too early. Well, okay, I'm going to jump late. I'm going to jump right next to the pit to avoid falling. And so you've been doing that subconsciously with a video game, and now you should apply it to subjects that you're learning in school, or maybe you just got out of school and you're very passionate about learning something else, and maybe apply this there. And so there's so many things that you can do with this self-learning process, but this is just the basic fundamentals. You're making a mistake, identifying it, and then correcting it in your own manner. And so yeah, that's just a little video about how we learn. It was just a little thought experiment really for me. But I just wanted to share with you what I found. Is it what I found? I'm pretty sure other people have found this, but I haven't been online or looking at anything. This is just my own opinion. But it's best that we look at this foundation of learning before we start learning how to learn. Does that make sense? Learning how to learn? More like learning hacks to our learning, to make our learning easier, more productive, and just to make it a better time, since sometimes we know what to learn. We are taught what to learn in school, like math, physics, reading, English, another foreign language, but we're not really taught how to learn. Like, how do we study? What is the best study techniques? How many techniques are there? How many different methods of time management are there? But in these upcoming videos, I will share you some of my tips and what I found really helped me. And so, I'll see you there.